Alright everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Driver Crimo with Ferrari, episode number 35 today for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix of Season 3, round number 3. If you missed the previous episode of Australia, I recommend you go and check them out before seeing this one, because, spoiler, someone's not happy. Internally, although he hasn't said anything publicly, Carlos Sainz is reportedly unhappy with how the Australian Grand Prix ended. Yes, because of course Sainz dominated that race, but of course there was a safety car which changed everything, and of course I stole the lead from Carlos from that win. So you know, it's our first win of the season. Sainz is apparently unhappy about this. He feels that we should have stayed behind. He feels it's like Mark Webber, Malaysia 2013. We're here to win the World Championship as well. Even if he wants to dominate, we can't be having that because it will be such a boring championship if he was to win every episode. So, yes, we're heading for a home race. Hopefully that's not going to cause an issue, but we'll have to wait and see if Sainz, we can work together, or if, the relationship was already broken down. But, yes. Because of course that dreadful race we had at Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, he's still 18 points in front, so yes, we'll look to claw that back, hopefully at Imola as well. First though, we're going to put an minor engine power upgrade on the car. I did think about ERS, but I think we'll prioritise engine power, and that tyre upgrade has failed, which is going to cost us 1100 resource points to repurchase that. That is a bit expensive. We're still apparently top on the Sashi, so I'm not too bad about it, but obviously it's tyre wear and it will still come in for Imola anyway. We're also going to put a minor drag reduction upgrade. That's not going to come in until Spain, which will be, that episode will be out next Monday, hopefully. Monaco is recorded and will be ready later in the week. Now, rival. We haven't had a rival in a long while, so I feel like, after Leclerc made that article, we're going to have Leclerc as our new rival for the time being for these, 5 races at least. In terms of R&D, we've leapfrogged Red Bull into Ferrari's home race. Alpine have leapfrogged Mercedes, so don't know what Mercedes are playing at. They need to have an uptake in performance. Bottom 3 teams haven't really done anything either. The AlphaTauri have closed the gap on Alfa Romeo, but still nothing really doing there. So yes, to Imola then. I'm not going to lie, this track, I never seem to go that well here, but it's not my worst track, if you know what I mean. It's like a mid track for me. So Sainz will probably be a lot better here than me, and based on his probably focus, as we've had an absolute tank slapper and a half out of that corner, trying to control that car, so that upset the car. Obviously we had to go again on those tyres, but I wanted the fresh tyres there. So yeah, we didn't do well. We have set a couple of bankers, but it's not that great, to be honest. Hopefully we can now have the time on the fresh tyres. We are getting the slipstream from Mercedes up in front. We are a 10th up on our previous best time through that awkward corner there. Always plays that. Now coming up to this corner where the AI always seem to out traction you, no matter how much traction, how good you are in the traction zone. 2 tenths up now to go up the hill into this left-hander, which can always be a bit awkward. Try not to run wide there, otherwise you will lose time. If you're into this section again, another corner, you want to avoid being going on the inside there. As well, and not going wide as well there. Now I come into the section where Leclerc spun it all those last year in 2022. Snick it through there, a 10.5 up. It's not that great. Sainz has done a 13.5, 8 tenths faster than what we've managed. Yeah, we are not going to be anywhere near Carlos. This will be lucky to be top. I think this might not even be in the top 10. Oh, it's actually a good final corner. 3.5 tenths up. And it is 9th place. So I thought that would have been a bit worse, but obviously we are. Look at the time. You know, there's a couple of cars there, all very close together, all in their 10th. You know, it could have easily been P12. So yeah, there is a lot of work to do for me from 9th place. There's definitely a lot of work to go in qualifying, but I think we can do something from here and still get a good result. So we'll see what we can do then. From 9th place, really, it's time for the race. It's time for the first of 2 home races for Ferrari.
Welcome once again to the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo and Dino Ferrari. The clue is in the name. This is very much Ferrari home turf, and the locals will be out in force today to support their team in what we hope will be a magnificent spectacle of motorsport. On then to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. A lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section without a good exit from that corner. They'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Russell, Perez, Gasly, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Phoenix, Tsunoda, Bottas, Joe, Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Albon, De Vries, Liam Lawson, Magnussen, Sargent, Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And now it's time to head down to the track. Can I get your take on Ferrari? And we welcome Anthony Davidson to the commentary box once again. And we've got new aero reg changes. It's going to take some time to work these out.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development. And even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching, so let's go and put on a good show for them.
No pressure then, Mark. Well, we'll try to put on a good show. Them. Hopefully we can beat Sainz, but that ultimately I think might help if somebody else gets in front of him. Race strategy is a bit interesting. I think we're going to go soft medium or medium soft. Those are probably the two things. I think we're going to start on the softs to try and launch us up the field. Did think about going mediums, but you know, the Sainz is also on mediums, so I think we go opposite Sainz and go softs. That's just my feeling, gut feeling as well. So we'll start on the softs, see if we can gain some. We need to make the most of these tyres though. Proper lights and away we go for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and it's a good start, better than the McLaren there of Piastri and the Alpine there. It's going to go side by side, a little bit of tyre banging. I think that's with Esteban Ocon. I think the McLaren's on the outside. I'm trying down the inside of Perez. No, can't get it there. But it has been a good start. We're up a couple of positions as well as we're watching George Russell start, getting in front of his teammate Lando Norris, and then having to go around the outside of Max, almost going into the back of Carlos Sainz, but he is going to get Verstappen, Russell, so you know they're going to battle. We're going to have a look at Sergio Perez on lap 2 down the inside turn 1, and it's the textbook Imola move right to P6. So we're making good move. This is exactly the kind of progress I wanted to make on this soft tyre. As well as you see Verstappen and Russell going side by side up ahead. You know, Perez gives us the inside there, and we're able to get past as well. You know, this is causing a queue. Here is Verstappen and Russell going side by side round the outside for Verstappen. Russell still there on the inside though. Can Verstappen get past? They're still going side by side into the middle sector, and now they've caused a confusion. They've slowed up Gasly and Norris. We're going to try and take advantage of that down the inside of Pierre Gasly and up to P5. So we're making good progress up to P5 already. Now we're having a look at Lando Norris. Can we get him here? I haven't thought about going the inside there, but Norris blocks him off there. Almost fortunate to go to the back of him there at that corner. It's that slow corner there as we as I come up the hill, if you can get the inside there, it is an overtaking zone, but Norris decides to defend the inside, and there's really nowhere to go, really. You can't really hang around the outside, and Gasly's going to actually come back at us. Slightly maybe a bit down on power still, maybe, in the Ferrari, but Alpine, that new engine, of course, for Renault is helping them, and Gasly's dropped back and is fighting Perez now. We're all over the back. Lando Norris goes defensive. We're going around the outside. It is the other textbooks move at turn 1, and we move out to P4 as well, as that's Russell in front of Verstappen as well at the same time. A wonderful camera view, thank you Codemasters and EA, but Russell is in front of Verstappen there as well. But at this point, well, tyre wear started becoming a bit of an issue. 25% on the rears, and it kind of feel like third is already gone. We're starting to play a few DRS games because DRS is so powerful here, we're starting to run out of ERS yet. We're not in that position yet, region yet in the career mode where we got maxed out ERS. So it is easy to blast past Norris every lap there. But these tyres, I don't know what was wrong with these tyres, but these tyres just felt hideous after that. You can see here me drifting around the corner there, Norris having a tongue slapper as well and try and catch up, and he's all over the back of us. The tyre wear, yeah, unlike in Australia, I felt that the tyre in Australia was actually too good, but here it's been terrible. And well, we're going to move to a set of hard tyres. 21 laps on a set of hards. It's an undercut to try and get in front of Russell and Verstappen. I don't think we can catch Sainz. I think this is damage limitation to Sainz, unfortunately, as well. But I think we can get possibly Russell or Verstappen with the undercut. I know it's an early, and I think we're going to struggle at the end, but we can live with that. We can save some as soon as we get in front of them, we can save battery. But of course, one person who's on the move is Sergio Perez. He's got in front of Lando Norris. He's starting the softs as well. Red Bull's got the best tyre wear of everyone in this game. So yeah. Back to our PV though. There is Perez on mediums, and there is George Russell. We can't quite catch Verstappen, but we are close to Russell. So we just got to hang with him through this lap. 8/10, but it's already slipping away, and this is why the ICE is 59%, and we're only halfway through this race. It's not just that, the MGUH is at 50%, the turbocharger gearbox is 47%, the MGUK as well is also worn, so things are not looking well. I mean, they're looking better than Kevin Magnussen though, as the Ford engine has once again failed to get one of its cars to the finish, and Magnussen is out of the race with an engine failure as well. This time, but yeah, it's not taken long for Tsunoda and Perez to catch up, and now we're starting to have, the podium's gone. If we had a good engine, then I feel like we could have possibly have got a podium there. We would have been able to hang on to Russell and got the DRS. As it happens, we're just not able to fight, unfortunately. In the end, it's just about now damage limitation for this P4, and hopefully Verstappen can catch up to Sainz, who is on hards as well. Verstappen on mediums. So yeah, I didn't think that would be ever wishing for that. As we're battling hard with Yuki Tsunoda, who sort of come out of nowhere. There was Norris and Perez before, but Norris seems to have dropped down. But look at the train that is behind on the mini-map there. That train is just going to grow and grow and grow. Tsunoda has a good corner there. He's a bit off circuit actually. Well, we're going to give him a little bit of room, but not too much room. Now, the DRS protection point is here, which means if you're close enough, you can do this. Get the DRS and then dive it down the penultimate corner. So we're able to, try and cause that gap and allow but Perez, of course, is closing in. Now, I don't want Perez or Tsunoda, because bear in mind the Ford engine is not as fast as the Honda one. But the Red Bull, of course, is a better car than the Aston Martin. He's likely to get the better drive out that corner. So maybe a bit Tsunoda would probably be better, even with the Honda engine, the increased top speed that he has as well. Perez and Tsunoda, oh my goodness grief, we're going sideways already, drifting round the corner already, and the tyres are at 27%. I don't know what it is. I feel like again the AI have faster tyre wear as well. We slow down to let Perez through, but it's actually Tsunoda that's gone through to get DRS here on lap 26. So we've come this far. You can see the gap to Russell is 17.5 seconds, and look at Piastri down the inside. So Piastri's followed me through. There's definitely caught Perez napping there as well. Piastri's now on the move in the McLaren. Don't know where Norris is. He's like P10 or something. I'll have a look, almost getting past. This engine is getting worse. And the worse it gets, the later in that straight I'm not able to get past Tsunoda. And again, ERS is very low again. That was a lap where I didn't get DRS on lap 29 as well. But this time on lap 30, Tsunoda's a bit too close, obviously. We're going to let him put through to get the DRS again. And try and keep this, P4, you can see all the fighting we're doing is just causing us to fall backwards, and it's not helped by the tyre wear, and the rears are having a problem, and I think they're a huge problem on this game as well for the player, as well, to go around the outside of Tsunoda there, quite comfortably there. And I thought that apparently Tsunoda got a little bit of damage out of that. I didn't think there was any damage, but also behind is Perez getting past Piastri as well, Piastri defending against Perez, and that is Nick de Vries is going slowly, and the Honda engine, it's time for one of their engines to blow up as well, and that's Piastri going past Tsunoda. Tsunoda has apparently light front wing damage. I don't know. I think that's just, but Piastri's gone too deep, and he's made contact with Perez. So yeah, I think Piastri's also got damage. So it's just the light tapping, like that. But we have hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Despite the tyre wear, despite the terrible engine, we've got P4, which it could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been another Jeddah, and that would have been championship over. Sainz does win today, and he dominated by 19 seconds. That is just disgusting. We were 45 seconds behind Sainz. Yeah. And again, he probably didn't have the same issues I have on the rears. So I don't know how to fix that. If you've got any ideas on how to fix the rear tyres, be wearing a lot more than the fronts, then let me know in the comments below. But the gap is now 31 points. I've come back from closer, but it's going to take a while to overhaul that, definitely. As well, Verstappen closes in as well. Tsunoda's still there in P4 thanks to his good second place. We're still miles ahead in the constructors. Rivalry, we now lead Leclerc 6-3, so that will hopefully can win this one, and we'll dismiss any of those claims really. But yeah, P4. There was that moment, at that moment where Russell came out the pits, 8 tenths. I thought, banging. We should have the pace to be able to catch him up, and get DRS on the following lap and overtake him for P3. Then we could have potentially chased Verstappen. I don't know about Verstappen because of course he had the better tyres on mediums. He did soft mediums because Red Bull have OP tyre wear on this game. Sainz did medium hard, so the tyre wear was harsh on this game today. Maybe a medium hard strategy in hindsight should have been better. Maybe we should have started on the mediums instead. But yes, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. See plenty more F1 23 driving videos. The next episode at Monaco will be out later in the week, hopefully. So yeah, until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.